I'm sure by now, most of you have heard the saying, knowledge is power. I'd love to see a show of hands for those of you who believe this to be true. If you look around the room, you could see quite a few of us believe that knowledge is in fact power. I too, like you, believed this saying for most of my life. After some deep contemplation on this concept, I've come to the conclusion that we've all bought into a lie. It's true. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is merely potential power. Much like this cell phone battery, which is stored energy, knowledge is stored information. Now, if I take my cell phone and try to power it up, it will not become empowered by the stored energy in my other hand. Not until I plug it in toward a specific purpose will it become empowered. Likewise, you have stockpiled plenty of knowledge and information throughout your life, but it will not empower you until you plug it in and turn it on. Now, if this concept makes sense to you, let me hear you say, oh, yeah. All right. Would it be fair to say that knowledge in and of itself, without application, is not empowering? If you could believe that and agree with me, give me a thumbs up. All right. Let's move on. Since you've been sitting in those seats, you've been acquiring more knowledge from the great speakers who took the stage earlier. We learned how working through our adversities strengthens us. We learned just now that connection is often more important than education. But those concepts will not empower your life until you apply them. You see, I'm in a sales position, and I struggled in that position for quite some time, despite the fact that I have read the books, went through the audio programs, and the trainings from the greatest sales gurus in all the land. Why? Why did my monthly reports not reflect the knowledge I had amassed? Because I wasn't using it. It wasn't until I created and implemented this 3-step process that I call A to the third power. Remember these 3 A's: ask, answer, act. Ask. When you learn something new, ask yourself, how will this knowledge empower my life? Let's say that together. How will this knowledge empower my life? That's it. That's the first A. Once you ask yourself that question, you can move on to the second A. Answer. Albert Einstein once said, "It's not that I am so smart. It's just that I stayed with the problem longer." He didn't even believe he was smart. He just stayed with the problems longer. And you might not be trying to solve complex mathematical equations like Einstein, but if you would stay with that question, how will this knowledge empower my life, for longer, be still and quiet, you will be amazed as your inner genius unfolds. Because if you can ask the question, the answer is already inside of you. And when you receive your answer, and it will come, that's the fuel for the third A, act. Application, a little less talk, a little less thought, a little less knowing, and more action. The simplest way I have found to take what I know and apply it into my life is to create a plan. A simple plan. I'm not talking about goal setting and creating a deadline. I'm talking about a simple plan, bullet points of actionable steps you can take right now to apply what you know into your life. Once I did that with my sales business, I had the best month on record. And I continue to empower myself as I apply in small ways what I know. So too will you when you start to apply what you know into your life. But don't limit this to just your profession. As you apply what you know into your life, to other aspects of your life, use it. Use this 3-step process to build and exercise your mental, your physical, emotional, and your spiritual bodies. As you do that, you'll become more empowered. And as you become more empowered, not only will you know better, but you will do better. This is the process of taking our knowledge and transforming it into wisdom through experience. And here's the best part. As you become more empowered, you will build your capacity to empower others, your friends, your family, your coworkers, and we together will empower our community and beyond. Is knowledge power? I say no, not until we apply it toward a specific purpose. I'm honored and I appreciate this moment that we've had together. Be well, be inspired, and be you till full. Thank you.